like proud and they know that this job that they are doing can really feed their family.
Right.
And like after feeding their family, like pay for like the kids or like
okay. So
wife,
let's
you have like proud of doing this job.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
So like by having more proud, you will be more motivated by your intention of like teaching or like protect
the integrity of like the teaching. Yes, I agree. Okay, that's give us more money. I agree with that.
And the second point is to change, let's see, the perspective of the teacher. Like some teachers study in the faculty of education just
right.
because the level of the score exam is like very low.
Yes.
This is the reality. Like
yes.
For the faculty of education, the score is like kind of low, like
yes.
lower from like the faculty of political science or the faculty of journalism.
Right.
So like the kids, like the students, when they don't know where to study, like which faculty they study, they're just
education.
Education. Why not? If I graduate and just be a teacher, that is not the right way to choose the teacher, because like be able to teach someone, you have to really know it by yourself. I mean, like you have to really like get into it. You have to really be motivated. You need to have like the intention of doing this. You have to have like the commitment of doing this. You have to really have like need the knowledge of doing this. Just entering the faculty of education with because it has a low score doesn't mean anything.
I agree, and actually it's like with everything that you study, you should be into it. You should be motivated to do it.
Yes.
But I think in teaching it's even worse, because if you're not motivated to do it and you don't have passion, you affect lives directly, and that actually is like the problem.
And if you don't have passion of teaching, your students feel it.
Exactly.
The student feels it. That you are tired, you don't want to teach.
You don't want to be there in the classroom.
Yes, even you didn't talk directly to the student. It's like, I'm tired, I don't want to be here. Student feels it.
Right.
And it makes like class performances like drop down.
I agree. Yes. Okay, I agree. So that's how we then like motivate the teachers.
More motivated.
Okay. Then maybe even like I don't know, check the quality, raise the level of how to enter the educational field or something like that.
I think that should be another aspect that like the government has to concern also, because like since I told you that the score the level of education is very low. Maybe you have to raise to promote more, but like how important it is to be in the education field, and it's hard. It's because it's about like the mental thingy.
Exactly, it can go like
it just can't go like just 6 months or 1 year that you can and you can change it all. It has to be like generation by generation. So like all the people have to recognize the importance of studying, of the education. It's not just like anyone can teach, right?
Yes, I agree.
It's not just like anyone.
Why are you looking at me?
No. Like you have to select truly.
Yes.
Like who is fit for like being a teacher.
But that goes hand in hand with of course motivating them and like raising them the payment, because then the more motivated people will do it. Otherwise, only the people who suck and everything else will do it. So that goes hand in hand, of course. So I agree, it's like a long process.
It's a long process, and it's hard since I told you that it's about the mentality thing about Thai people.
I agree. And when we talk about the mentality, because now I want to bring it together with like the education and the technology and new media aspect, like how do we use the media and technology in the classroom? Because this is now like your project.
I have heard the research about like how the technology affects like the student performance in the class. Like they say the student that use the internet or they use like computer during the class or as a medium, like when they're studying, has like worse performance than the student that like study from the book without computers.
Right.
It's part partially true because like technology right now is like they compete with like the fast like the this computer is faster, this smartphone like can like access through the internet faster, can play game faster. So the student they stick with it. They think it's normal to have like fast accessment to everything. But study is not all about fast, right? It's not just like you can just like click it and then the idea just like go through your head. It's not.
No, you have to understand it.
Yeah, you have to understand it, and the process of understand things is not fast.
Yes.
Right?
That is true.
It might take you like 2 to 3 years to understand one thing.
Yes.
Not just like 1 second to understand everything. So like right now students just think that, just search it like in the Google or Wikipedia.
Right.
1 second I will understand everything. I read through everything and then I will understand everything. It's not like that.
I agree. I agree with that you don't understand it right away. I still think that it's awesome to have it because it gives you like the opportunity to understand things.
It is the opportunity. It's like the library is
exactly.
in your in your laptop.
You just need to use it.
You just need to use it in the proper way.
It's similar just to draw like something. If some of your classmates is listening later on, it's just like when you it's just when you like, for example, if you download like the slides of your teacher in the new media class, for example, that doesn't mean that you will automatically have an A because you read through the slides. So you have to understand the stuff.
Yes, you have like the process of understand that is the long process. That's the ongoing process.
Exactly. So it's the same with like Wikipedia and everything. So it gives you the power to know something. But then, are you saying that like technology does not help education?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean like the research is partially true, but it's true that maybe like the student doesn't use it in the right way or like at the right time.
Right.
There's many ways to learn, like to understand things through the internet or through the technology. For example, like the online games.
Right.
You know that like Dota or.
I know. I'm not that old. Yes.
You play that, right?
I know it.
Okay. So like I used to play like online games also. I think it teach me most of the things that I don't know. I learned it from the online games.
Yeah.
So. It's another way to learn, frankly.
Of course.
Like playing games, like most of the adults just say, like playing game is not gonna help you like improve your class performance. But for me, it improved my English.
It improves English, yeah, like.
Yes, it improved like maybe the social skills.
Yeah, some common knowledge things that you didn't know, and you're like, what is that?
Because like in some online games, all the items are listed in English, or like all the monsters' names are listed in English.
Right.
So if you want to know like which what item it is, or like the portion, like HP portion, like what does it mean, the portion. The pictures is like show there, like you know that what the portion looks like, what the pencils looks like, what the armor looks like, what the sword looks like. It's like the dictionary, it's like the online dictionary with like the motion pictures. I see online game as like in that way. Because like with the normal dictionary, just open and you see the text and then you don't even understand like what's the definition of that, right?
Right.
But like with the online games, you can really see the picture. You can really see like the motion, or like the sword skills, or like the armors, or like the monster's name. You really know what it is.
Yes, I agree. It's good, yeah.
And it's another way to like broaden your knowledge about things. It's not just about the English itself. Maybe it's about the history.
Exactly.
Like some of the games are built like based on the historical thing, right? And or some of like the name of like the jobs or the class in the games are built from like the historical perspective.
Very often it's actually the games that are not meant to teach you something, that are not educate, because there are educational games from educational institutions. Like they are boring, right? It's like super, and then but the games that are there that are games. You play them because you have fun, and then you learn something.
You learn something. So it's like some of the name of.
I think when I was young, I played Indiana Jones. It's like when I was like 20 years ago. For the listeners, she's laughing now. Okay, so
I know.
so Indiana Jones, and I played like Monkey Island, which was awesome. It just taught me so much, but it's been 20 years ago. Okay, so now the people play
like on online games, like some of the monster name is like Leviathan. Like maybe like most of the kids just don't know like what is the Leviathan, but they know it's like a dragon, like the sea dragon living in the sea, very fierce. But maybe like when they grow up, they know more, and they can relate back to that like Leviathan when they read like through the John Locke.
Yeah.
John Locke.
So
essays, and they say like Leviathan. Oh, I killed that monster like 5 years ago. Oh, that is Leviathan. So they can relate more to like the subject.
True, but just in case students are listening to this doesn't mean you have to play all the time.
I know. I used to play like from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m.
Exactly.
Monday through Friday, but that doesn't mean that you have to play all the time.
Exactly.
But
just making sure.
The point is that you have to study to learn from it in the right way.
Exactly, and not only sitting in front of a dictionary, like you said, or in the books, just doing it in like everyday perspective, or what you said, like in your tutoring, like showing the kids to do something real, and while they do it, they will learn it. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I show them like the YouTube video, or like the word that they spell it wrong.
Right.
Or for example, like grape, like Grape, they spell it like Grave, and I ask them like, are you sure about that? Is that like grape that you eat? They're like, oh yeah, it's true. And I let them search it on Google.
Oh, right.
Like type it Grave and then enter. Grape.
That's a grape.
It's a grape. It's not a grape. So that's the way I use like technology to teach my students.
Hey, I also want to talk more about the project that you presented in class, but it was pretty cool. But before I do that, I have another question, because last year, 2 semesters ago, I had my first ever open book exam in terms of, not open book, but open internet.
You have open internet exam last year, but not this year?
Not in your class, not in this class, in another class.
So sad.
Another class, another university even, not this one.
Okay.
Now I first want to know, like, what do you think about that?
Open book?
Open internet.
Open internet?
So bring your own device and then go for it.
Maybe it's not the right approach, since like, what is your class again? About what?
Oh, it was like an IT class.
So you teach them how to use the internet?
Yeah. So internet for research, for example, and stuff. The questions are like case-based, so you have a problem. So the problem is, you are the IT specialist for Ichitan, and you have to figure out how to...
It's not Ichitan, by the way.
It's not Ichitan, yes. Because I only drink no sugar tea. But anyway, so you're the IT specialist for Ichitan or something, and you have to figure out how to best solve this problem. Do it. And because, like, from my perspective, it's like in real life, when you are the IT specialist for a company and you don't know what to do right away, you search for it. And if you have the skills to find the right solution, I'm not asking what happened in 1875, because that's stupid, because then just Google copy and paste. But like to solve like problems. But I would like to hear like
from me.
Yes, from like again the other side.
Like using the internet as a medium like to do the research is a nice thing. It's a nice thing, of course. But if the test is more on like the strategy or like the opinion thing, I don't think that's the right way.
Okay.
Because like before you use the internet, before you use the technology, those opinion, those ideas has to come from your brain
Right.
first, before like searching on the internet. So maybe like the internet is not necessary.
Right.
The internet is not necessary as long as you can think. As long as you have, and like, as long as you have your idea, you can write it down. Right. Maybe like the internet helps to make it easier, but I still don't think that.
Okay. You don't need the internet as long as you have your own ideas. I like that.
I mean, like as long as you have your own idea, because like internet and technology also